Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and we're here with another adventure in Pokemon GO. Episode number 125, I believe we're at. And we've got some more special research coming up from what I understand, but it's going to be a little bit different than what we're used to as far as Pokemon GO is concerned. Because if you see down in the bottom right corner, that's not Professor Willow. That is a couple of other familiar faces. First of all, I have to get our music back on. Here we go. And there's something to do with a tie-in for, I believe it's Secrets of the Jungle. It's another Pokemon movie coming out where a certain particular shiny mythical Pokemon will become available here in Pokemon GO. So, without any further ado, well, I guess a little bit further ado, we have another Pikachu, a hat costumed Pikachu to pick up at some point, but I'm sure we'll find that eventually. I want to jump right on in. I want to see what Jesse and James are talking about. Here we go, special research. There it is. Hello. So, essentially this is going to be a blank text. I'm not saying anything just yet, but it is more special research, but instead of Professor Willow, it's Jesse and James taking you through the steps. And I think that's actually pretty cool. Hey James, did you hear? What is it, Jesse? Apparently there's a mysterious Pokemon in a jungle nearby. Go on. They say it's called the Protector of the Jungle or something like that. Oh, that sounds like the kind of Pokemon the boss would be happy to see. It's going to be a pain, though, since we don't really know the area. Maybe we can con someone into helping us. Yeah, huh? Hey, you! You must be an assistant the boss sent. Yeah, why else would someone be out here in the middle of nowhere? Well, I do live in a pretty quiet little area. Assistant? Oh, of course, an assistant. The boss has high expectations for us after all. Now that you're here, let's get to work. So, you need us to transfer 10 Pokemon, catch 10 grass types, and evolve 3 grass types. It's only 4 steps for this. The title is Distracted by Something Shiny. That kind of fits with Team Go Rocket. And we're getting a bunch of encounters for this, some Ultra Balls, all sorts of cool stuff. Still got other challenges on the go as well, so I'm going to be working on as much of this as I can, but I want to get out there in the field and start working for Team Rocket. We got to get Jesse and James's research done. So this hopefully shouldn't take too long. We'll see how long it takes. I'll pop back in and we'll recap as we complete the first step of being distracted by something shiny. The first leg of our Team Go Rocket adventure is complete. Well, pretty much. We still have to evolve one more Grass-type Pokemon, which I do have ready to roll. A few highlights from what I did thus far, though. I did encounter my first Explorer Pikachu. I've now caught 3 of them, and none of them crazy stat-wise. I got a 2-star, though, for one of them. So it's cool to have another one in the game, although, another costume Pikachu. Although it was kind of glitchy when it first appears. It jumps around a little bit, and I thought, is my game breaking? Fortunately, though, that is not the case. Now, I will also point out, too, as far as special research goes, there have been a lot of Nuzleaf in the neighborhood, and what's interestingly enough is if you catch an evolved form of a Pokemon that you need to catch, it counts as the lower form. So, for example, if you had episode 125 as the episode where I can't speak. If you had episode 125 as the episode where I would complete the C-Dot task from Community Day, you're a winner. Ding, ding, ding. So we got that one done, still waiting for Weedle and Ghastly, but that's beside the point. Was there anything else amazing that happened? Well, this is pretty interesting. 2 more things. I was walking around minding my own business when, bam, suddenly an egg starts to hatch. We hatched up a Galarian Zigzagoon, and when I went to check the appraisal for it, turns out we hatched a perfect Galarian Zigzagoon. So eventually that'll be a perfect Obstagoon for our collection. Gotta think of a name, though. That's the hard part with all these perfect Pokemon. You gotta think of names for them. I mean, you don't, but I prefer to. And also, no, someone told me that it had been announced somewhere that Heatmore and Durant were swapping spots in the world because they are regional. 1 half the world for Durant, 1 half for Heatmore. I've been finding Durant in the neighborhood, and I don't know when or even if it was officially announced. But this is my 4th Durant. 1 was from a research that we had way long ago. 3 were just from Wild Encounters. Now this one's not too crazy great, but I have gotten quite a few of the Durant that have pretty nice stats. So, alright, now that that is all said and done, I am going to use a good 100 candy to evolve Nuzleaf here into Shiftry. That's the final Pokemon we need to evolve up for our Team Rocket research. I'm going to send this off through Pokemon Home. Might as well trade it out to somebody who wants to use a possible decent shift tree on their maybe Sword or Shield team. I think they can also transfer to, is it the Let's Go games from Pokemon Home? I believe so. The reason I'm sending it off is because I need to free up some space because we have 3 encounters coming our way. Alright, Pokemon Home. Send a Pokemon. Generally, if it's an evolved species, I won't just transfer it in-game unless I have a transfer X number of Pokemon task to accomplish. I figure, why not send out a decent evolved Pokemon through some of the random trades. You don't often get evolved species from random trades in Pokemon Home. Alright, so we're no longer distracted by something shiny, or rather, we will continue to be as we get to the next few steps. We got 20 Ultra Balls. Now, 2 encounters coming our way. I have no clue what they're going to be. Would they go with Ekans and Coughing again, since this is a Jesse and James? That is possible. Let's get the grass locked into position and find, well, okay, another Nuzleaf. I will add this to our collection to replace the one we just evolved and sent away. Let's see if the AR Plus will work for us today. It's looking pretty good. I can usually tell if something's messing up. Just don't jump into us. That was close. It was about to attack. Alright, can we get the catch? Stay in there, Nuzleaf. Got it right on the Pinocchio nose. That's what I should have called my shiny one. Although Skull Kid is also, I think, a pretty decent nickname for a Nuzleaf. Just missing Majora's Mask is all. Alright, a very decent 3-star Nuzleaf. 2 more encounters to go. So we're not seeing, like, okay, when does this movie come out? The Secret of the Jungle or Secret of the Forest, is it? I've already forgotten the name. But I'm expecting that a lot of the species we're finding throughout today are related to the movie in some way. So I don't know, would it be some Pokemon that Team Rocket has? Because what was it I was seeing in the wild a lot? Something I know that one of them has, and I forget exactly what species it was, but I'm wondering, in the series, do Jesse and James ever get a Nuzleaf or a Cottony? Or are these representing maybe some wild Pokemon that are seen in the movie? That I ain't too sure, but what I'm sure of is we got that Cottony caught, and that's 47 of 430 Pokemon for my level 43 special research. Still a ways to go on that one. We're over the 10% mark though. Alright, overall, 500 Stardust, 1000 XP. We hear the next step is coming our way, but we got to get another capture first. Is this the shiny Celebi? Do you think they give it to us this early in the research? I doubt it, but you do never know. Let's see here. We're going to find the amazing Diglett. You're under the swing. Does this? Okay, that works. I was going to say, is it going to see the swing as an object and bounce it off of that? What is that Pokemon that I was seeing, though? I lost track. I don't even remember. I'll see it later on, I'm sure. But even things like Caterpie are showing up a lot in the wild right now as well. A nice 3-star Diglett for our special research. Alright, step 2. Hello, how you doing, guys? Nice work, kid. I can't believe you actually did it. Yeah, it feels nice to have somebody to boss around. I mean, somebody to help us out. Jesse and I are constantly on our feet, you know. As you can imagine, it's hard for us to maintain our good looks when we're always running around like this. Anyway, you did your bit. Okay, so I guess we can let you take a little break. Superb idea, Jesse. It's important to change up the pace every once in a while. Go on and spend some time with your buddy. These guys are nice. Whoa! Okay, we're getting a nice Poffin. Play with your buddy 10 times. Take a snapshot of a grass-type Pokemon and give your buddy 10 treats. A lot of encounters for this. As I say, a free Poffin. I like these rewards. Alright, so I guess we're going to be doing a little bit of hanging out with our buddy for a little bit. So let us take care of that, and we'll get back to it in just a little bit. Just finishing up that next little bit of research there, feeding the last berries that we need to complete our Team Rocket research. Here you go, Axel. I took my Roserade over there to check out the nice little display they got in front of the community center. The Christmas tree and the gazebo look pretty cool. Actually, there we go. Axel with a nice shot of the tree. And now, he's all fed. So we can complete our research and see what do Jesse and James have for us next. So first things first, let us claim our rewards, get that Poffin. Nice. And a total of 3 encounters. I was about to say 2 encounters, but 2 for these standard steps and then the overall. What's the first one? Combi. It's not even a female Combi, so we can't even evolve this, but oh well. I've got plenty of Vespiquen as it is. I like to hang on to a couple of them as well in case people don't happen to find their own female Combi to evolve into Vespiquen. Okay, we got that one caught. Stats are looking not terribly bad. There we go. Oh, look, there's a Durant in the neighborhood too. That could be my 5th one, actually. I should go get it. Okay, but let's get this research done first and foremost. And it's kind of funny too, talking about Combi. I actually have 2 perfect Combi, and they're both male. So I can't even evolve one of them to get the higher form. Of course, only female Combi can become Vespiquen, but 2 perfects, not bad. Alright, got that Cherubi caught up as well. 2-star, overall, what do we get? Another appearance, 500 Stardust, and 1000 XP, there we go. So what is this encounter going to be? Now this one can't yet be the shiny Celebi, that's asking way too much. We get a Pinsir though. Okay, you landed pretty far away, there we go, can I get the throw I was going to say. But we did hear the telltale chime of more special research. Of course there are 2 more steps along the way for the distracted by a shiny object, I think it's called. I've forgotten, I've been distracted by something else. Alright, 2-star Pinsir. What do you say, team? Hello again. I like how they have a different background too. Obviously they wouldn't be at Willow's laboratory. I'm so glad the boss sent someone along so useful to help us. Now that you mention it, you haven't told us anything about yourself. Where are you normally stationed? How long have you been with Team Rocket? Oh, what's your favorite thing about the boss? Do tell. James. Hey, why so quiet all of a sudden? Jesse, who actually told you that we'd be getting assistant? Nobody told me anything. Well, no one told me either. But you're the one who said they were sent by the boss. I said no such thing. Hey, who exactly are you? You goofballs. You'd better start talking. Aha! I knew you were just a no-good twerp. This whole thing was suspicious from the start. Did someone send you to get in our way? Yeah, that must be it. I trusted you. I thought you were one of us. You know too much. We can't let you get him. Nope, we can't let you go. Let's get him, James. Don't you dare get in our way. The mask is covering up my mouth. I feel like Trapjaw from He-Man. Don't you dare get in our way. You'll regret it if you do. Don't you know who we are? Well, let us formally introduce ourselves. Prepare for trouble. And make it double. To protect the world from devastation. To unite all people. Hey, are you even listening? We've heard of this. Alright, so I like this. Defeat Jesse or James 4 times. Make 5 great curveball throws and hatch 3 eggs. We're getting a bunch more encounters for this as well. So we gotta keep our eyes peeled for the Meowth Balloon, because we didn't even talk about this yet. But as far as the current event, we got 3 days and 7 hours for this. Secrets of the Jungle event, event-themed wild Pokemon, of course, Explorer Pikachu, of course, Meowth Balloon with Jesse and James appearing. So we gotta keep our eyes peeled for that. That only comes by, I think it's usually every 6 hours, but maybe they've increased the amount of Team Go Rocket balloons? I'm not sure. If so, we should see one at 3 o'clock in just 8 minutes time. But we gotta take on, I'm assuming, that means when we defeat, like usually whenever Jesse and James attack, you fight Jesse and then James all in one go. So I assume you should be able to accomplish that by just 2 encounters of the balloon. Jesse and James, 2 wins per encounter. And we gotta hatch up some eggs too, so downside there is, this morning I tossed a 12K in the incubator, so I could use other incubators to hatch up, but I'm patient. I'll get those other eggs hatched up. I'll probably try to speed through it once this 12K is hatched up, just hatch a couple of 2-kilometer ones, because that, I believe, if I did the math right in my head, should be the 3 eggs we need to hatch. So, let's stay tuned for some Jesse and James attacks from their Meowth Balloon, and see what Pokemon do they have this time, because they have said Jesse and James will have a different team this time around. And I'm expecting we're going to see... I was like, what is that Pokemon? Oh, it's Axel, my own Roserade. I'm expecting we're going to see maybe Arbok and Weezing. So, let's find out as we take on Jesse and James and prepare for trouble. We're now into day 2 here. It is Tuesday the 15th of December, and you know, for a couple of Team Rocket villains who like to talk a strong game, Jesse and James are pretty cowardly. I've been waiting for their balloon to show up. I've had several Team Go Rocket balloons appear. Not once have I seen the Meowth balloon. It's all been the standard Team Go Rocket grunts. Now, if I take a look at the special event, Secrets of the Jungle, Meowth balloon with Jesse and James appearing is the third option or third feature of this event. I hope this doesn't turn into another Froakie thing where the research requires you to do something that the game will not give you, because the downside is I might not be able to get it done during the Secrets of the Jungle timed, event. The upside is there is no time limit to special research. So I mean, if it's going to take a while, it's going to take a while for us to fight these two. Plus, I still need to hatch 3 eggs. I'm still working on the Team Go Rocket secret egg, or is it secret egg? Strange egg that I picked up from, I think it was Arlo I beat up last time. So I mean, there's still time before I get this hatch 3 egg step accomplished anyway, but it's just annoying when the game tells you, do this. By the way, we won't give you what you need to do this. But I am currently walking with Articuno. I have poffined him up for the day, and I really like the 3 hearts per battle thing they have going on now with the update, because you can get 2 hearts if you have a Poffin, or if your Pokemon is currently in the excited mood, and you can get 6 hearts now for battling every day. So I think I'll beat up this Team Go Rocket grunt. Let's just do it while we're here and see what we can get as far as a shadow Pokemon. I think my collection is full right now. Hang on. Halt, state your purpose for being here. There's nothing past here except our Pokestop. Actually, it's a balloon that you're in. These waters are treacherous. Well, would Articuno really be good there? I'm going to try anyway. I do need to send away a Pokemon. Let's send Diglett off to Professor Willow and take on this Team Go Rocket grunt. I'm getting pretty high up in my, what are they? Mysterious components as well. So almost time for another Super Rocket Radar. Okay, if it's treacherous waters, we want things that can resist water. Let's go with Mr. Furley, and let's bring Raikou as well. So, fortunately, I do have Articuno with 2 charged attacks now. He doesn't have just Ice, he has Ancient Power as well. And we're up against Psyduck, first of all. We don't resist water is the problem. So, what is it using? It looks like it's using Scratch, I believe. Or is that's a Headbutt, I think. Alright, let's see what we can do here, Articuno. Can we get the stat boost off of Ancient Power? It is possible. I remember when they first introduced stat changes in the battle system, I talked to my cousin, Vex Evolution, and he mentioned how, yeah, Ancient Power gives you stat boosts. And I'm like, well, it's not guaranteed, is it? Because it shouldn't be. It never was in the main series. And, of course, it's not guaranteed. But when it comes in really handy. All right, let's drop you, Psyduck. We have enough life left in this, I think, to try another Ancient Power on what comes in next. Polywhirl. Actually, yeah, this thing can have Bubble or Mud Shot. It does have the Bubble. I was going to say, if it was Mud Shot, we could at least survive a little better, resisting the ground type. And if you can hear in the background, it is currently super windy out. We're switching. That's not enough damage. Quite a windy day out there, and it's cold, too. Not as cold as it could be, I suppose, but still, not as warm as it could be. So I'm going to keep the Power Whip charged. I will shield this. I'm expecting Bubble Beam, maybe? Bubble Beam. So the downside there, our attack stat does drop. It's an automatic, it's not like a chance to drop the attack stat, it just drops your attack stat when that Bubble Beam hits. But we have, I think, 2 charged up Power Whips now. And we do have Raikou as a backup as well to take on Poliwrath. And I wonder, ooh, that's not as much damage as I would have hoped. That Bubble Beam has messed us up. But I assume we're going to be getting the Shadow Psyduck. I still remember when the Team Go Rocket first came out and the whole concept of beat up their team, they'll leave one of their Shadow Pokemon behind, you might get a chance to catch it. I kept thinking, I want to get the 3rd Pokemon that they use. Like if they had I remember a Gardevoir I fought one time. Gyarados, I think. Was Gyarados in it first? I don't know if it was, I can't remember. But you would never get the 3rd Pokemon that they used. You would either get the first, or rarely you would get the 2nd one. Which generally you're only getting a basic or a stage 1 evolution. Alright, let's catch this Shadow Psyduck. Has anyone ever got a Shadow Poliwhirl from the encounter? Because that is a stage 1 evolution that I myself, I don't think I've ever caught. It's always ever been the Poliwag, if they do have one of those in their team. Alright, calm down, Psyduck. Nice bounce, Articuno. Although we didn't get the great throw I was going for there. But with Articuno's assistance, we add another Shadow Pokemon to our collection. I'm basically hanging on to them for future purposes. I still want to get to the Platinum Medal for purification. I realized that at one point. If I want to get all of those medals Platinum, that's a lot more purifying that we'll have to do eventually. But I'm up to the challenge. And look at that. So that should be all of our buddy hearts for battling. Right there, 6 for the day. Not bad. All I got to do now is walk another, what is that, 4.14. And we've got Articuno with 6 more hearts, getting him closer to best buddies with me. Alright, we'll pop back in, hopefully, as Team Go Rocket, or rather Jesse and James, show up maybe at 6 o'clock today, as the Team Rocket balloons tend to show up every 6 hours. Let's hope for the best. Well, to end off this video, I think we're going to go out and do a little bit of sort of late night Pokemon hunting. Now, it's only almost 6 p.m., so it's not really late night, but it is pitch black outside. It gets really dark really soon nowadays, thanks to the winter season. And also, 6 till 7 tonight is the Pokemon Spotlight Hour, and Explorer Pikachu is going to be the Spotlight Pokemon. So I'm going to see if I can go and pick up another bunch of those, try to get a nice decent 3-star one with good stats, maybe even a perfect, who knows. And I also want to see, 6 o'clock is when the next Team Rocket balloon should be coming by, so I want to keep my eyes peeled and see, do we finally get to see Jesse and James? If we don't, as I was saying earlier, the special research will still be available. It's not going to disappear as soon as we get to the end of the Secrets of the Jungle event, but they have said there will be a day coming up when Jesse and James will be appearing a lot more frequently in their Meowth balloon. That's not until Christmas. So that is a good, week and a half away. I'd really like to get this research done before waiting that long. So hopefully we'll see Jesse and James show up in just a moment as the 6 o'clock hour hits and another Team Go Rocket balloon flies by. Now I'm also curious what this raid egg is going to be. It's a 3-star, a level 3 raid egg, and I've been seeing that apparently Durant are hatching from these, and I've only got 4 Durant so far. I'd like to find my 5th one at some point, and if that's a raid boss, that could be pretty good stats there as well. So hopefully we'll see a Durant from that, take it down, get a nice one to add to our team, our collection, and have another Pokemon, another regional added in. Even though, you know, technically it's now a regional in my region, so it's not as rare as something like, say, a Volbeat or Klefki, for example, from the new Kalos expansion of Pokemon. Shouldn't say expansion, that makes it sound like I had to download a different thing. New edition of Kalos Pokemon. So we should be nearing the 6 o'clock hour. Let's watch all of these while the Pokemon disappear and get replaced with Explorer Pikachu in 3, 2, 1. Okay, not yet. But let's zoom out and look for the Meowth balloon swooping on by here in Pokemon Go. Where you at, Team Rocket? At 6 o'clock. There's all those Pikachu, and here comes... How are you folks doing with your Jesse and James hunting? I've seen some people on my friends list that have already gotten their shiny Celebi because they had better luck at Jesse and James showing up in their game. I have to deal with this. Alright, let's get ourselves a perfect Pikachu to make up for the lack of Jesse and James, and we'll come back to finish off the video in just a moment. It's now morning of Wednesday, the 16th of December, and we have finally encountered our first Meowth balloon in Pokemon Go. It was at about 6 a.m. this morning. I wasn't really ready to record face cam and stuff. I was still laying in bed, so I thought I'll just show you some after footage. And turns out it wasn't quite as hype as I was hoping it was going to be, because their teams, Jesse and James, don't really have anything too crazy amazing in addition to what they had before. Jesse led with a Shadow Scyther, which is the Pokemon that she leaves behind for the captures. And she also still had Shadow Ekans. I was kind of hoping for Arbok, but hopefully they're saving their evolutions for a later occurrence of Team Go Rocket, or rather Team Rocket with Jesse and James. And her last Pokemon was a Stantler. Now James, he led with a Shadow Pinsir, which is kind of interesting. I believe Jesse and James can probably still leave a shiny shadow behind. I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about what they can do as far as shinies go. But it was a shiny shadow at one point when Cliff, the Team Go Rocket leader, had Pinsir as his lead Pokemon. So James had Pinsir, Coughing, of course, was his second Pokemon, and Grimer was his final one. So, yeah, their teams aren't super hype. You know, they're still kind of the bumbling Jesse and James duo that we've always known. And as things stand right now, I am waiting for another occurrence of the Meowth Balloon. 12 o'clock hit today. It was just another basic grunt. So we can't even complete this research until Jesse and James decide to show up once again. And it's not just me that's noticing a lack of Meowth balloons. Apparently on social media, I was looking into it, a lot of people are saying they're not really seeing Jesse and James balloons. And it's unfortunate when we're given a certain task, a special research, a timed research, whatever it is, saying that you have to accomplish X event or whatever, you know, catch something, and the game just doesn't give it to you, and you can't. That's frustrating, and I can understand. I'm on, you know, that side myself. I understand people who get disappointed and upset when stuff like that happens. But as I say, worst case scenario, we are a little over a week until the 25th, Christmas Day, which is when Jesse and James are supposed to be a lot more prominent. I really don't want to have to wait until then to get step 4 of our Distracted by Something Shiny special research taken care of, but it all comes down to random luck, and we'll see what happens. As for right now, though, I think the video's gone on as far as it needs to. Hopefully, within the next day or so, I should be able to get the research complete there, and see if we can get ourselves a shiny Celebi, but that will have to remain away for another video. So, for the time being, I want to thank you folks for watching today's episode of our Pokemon Go adventures here on the channel. How is your special research going as far as Distracted by Something Shiny? As I said, I saw a number of people already have their shiny Celebi. Have you managed to get one yourself? And if so, what were the stats like? Did anyone get a perfect shiny out there just yet? Because that is, of course, a potential capture for someone if luck comes their way. By which I mean, first of all, you need to get them Meowth balloons to show up. But anyway, let me know how things are going for you, and as far as any other, say, your level up research, your whatever other timed research they might be available. I guess there is no timed research, but other special researches, for example. Has anyone else not completed Community Day yet, or is it just me? It might be just me, but still working on trying to find some Weedle and Ghastly, but of course certain Pokemon are taking over the wild spawns right now. But I mean, overall, I didn't even recap how we did for our hunting last night for the Explorer Pikachu. I didn't find any big, 3-star Explorer Pikachu. It was freezing out there too. I only went out for like 2 laps around the area, and I got a couple more 2-star ones, but nothing crazy amazing. This is the one that I went with, calling it Dorachu, and she is, how many points away from perfect? I believe that is 11 points from perfect. So I mean, it's not terrible. But I was kind of hoping for a 3-star. I was also kind of hoping for a 3-star from that raid that we did. It was a Durant, as I expected, as I hoped, and wasn't amazing. I never got a 3-star Durant from my first 5, but as I try to remind myself, stats are not always the most important thing. Hank here, for example, will still do a lot of damage to, let's say, an Abomasnow, and will never survive against something like a Charizard. So stat-wise, stats won't really make a difference in either situation like that. I guess against something neutral like a water type or say electric type, it might help to have better stats, but chances are you're going to be using this for super effectiveness anyway, as most Pokemon tend to be used. So I guess I'll be okay with Hank, our little king of the anthill right here. So I'm going to check what attacks you can get, but we'll do that off screen, because I think we're done for now. We'll pop back in with the next video as more things develop in Pokemon Go. But for the time being, I want to thank you folks for watching today's video. If you want to, or if you enjoyed it, I was going to say if you want to see more. Actually, yeah, if you want to see more, feel free to subscribe to our channel today. But if you like this particular video, feel free to click the like button down below. And if you subscribe, you can also hit the notification icon thing to get updates when new videos and streams are coming your way. You can also click the join button down below to see what perks are available to you if you join up to help support our channel and my Pokemon adventures here on YouTube. So that is that. Thanks again, folks, for watching today's video. Professor Chaz is signing off, and until next time, I will catch you that next time. Chapter.